How are we doing, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My screen's just completely froze here.
Can hear you, but
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear us, guys? Right, I'm going to... have I froze for you?
yeah. I'll kick us off, mate. Now then, people.
Oh, what a start.
It's all Leeds TV. Oscar's jumped in. Oh, no. I think you need to leave and come back, Oscar. It is time for your Leeds versus Liverpool big match preview. We've got a big game tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on Monday Night Football. Really looking forward to it. Let's speak to Tash first of all. How are you, my love?
I'm good.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy about this. Phil, I haven't seen you for a bit, mate. You've been working. How's things?
Yeah, it's all good now that I'm back on all Leeds TV. I'm happy. I'm in my happy place, guys.
Nice. Love that. I absolutely love that. Right, okay. So we'll just wait. We'll just. I tell you what we'll do. Just while we wait for Oscar, I know Tasha's just done a live stream with Jack on the European Super League, the ESL. So they've just done a live stream on that. So make sure you check that out. Some great numbers as well on that. So make sure you check it out and see what they've had to say on the matter. Let's just ask Phil. Just
ranting.
Sorry?
If you missed Jack ranting, check that out.
Yeah. Just check that out. Initial thoughts, Phil?
No, it's disgusted, mate.
Yeah.
There's no other word for it. Just disgust, anger, disappointment. There's no positive word that you can say. I don't even think fans of the clubs that are going in it are going to feel that way. I don't think they'll feel excited. I don't think they'll be happy. If that was my club, I'd be absolutely genuinely ashamed.
I seen a guy on Twitter who was actually a Leeds fan, and he said, "Are people just angry because we're not included in it?" And that's not the case. But he then also went on to say, I'm happy with the idea as long as it's not just exclusive to these teams. It should be based on a merit kind of thing. And then it was like, well, yeah, that's what the Europa League and fucking Champions League's for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what that's for. You don't need to create an all new league and get. It's just a money grabbing.
It's all money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to remember as well with tomorrow night in mind. Like, there's no point if we were in the stadium singing songs to Liverpool fans about how this is your club and this is what you're doing. It doesn't represent Liverpool fans. It doesn't even represent Man United fans, as we've just seen Gary Neville saying on Sky. This is not a representation of the clubs. It's a representation of the greedy ownerships at big football clubs now. And, like, it's the top six. It's the established financial top six. You know, Arsenal are below us. Tottenham, like, why don't us and Leicester decide, we'll break away and create a ESL 2? Like, it's just dumb. I could understand if you were actually there on merit, but half of you are shit.
Yeah, I think as well, like Lewis has put here, Super League generates money for people. I don't understand why people are mad about it. Well, I don't know if you've had a chance to actually look into it. There's been some great Twitter threads. Ultimately, it would be them 15 teams that are in that league would never be relegated. The money and spoils would go just to them. It would be run by them football clubs. You would never have an opportunity.
Who are already rich anyway, so it's just money for people. But what, more money for more, like, they're billionaires.
Exactly.
Don't need any more money. I'll tell you who need the money, lower league. The money. The clubs that are dying out now because of coronavirus, they're really struggling. You would
never have a Leeds in the semi-final of a Champions League again. You would never have a Leicester winning the league again. You would never have a West Ham currently sat in fourth. It'd all go.
The two Manchester sides in particular, I'm talking City, United, to be honest, Liverpool a little bit as well. The fact that they've sat there a year ago and watched a club like Bury go out of business and now they're doing this, it's fucking shocking, man. Absolutely disgusting.
And it's American.
Them with a couple of million quid.
Yeah, it's Henry at Liverpool, it's the Glazers, it's all American businessmen, the majority of them anyway, just trying to create this franchise. I believe it's a power play as well. I think UEFA are coming out and changing up the way the Champions League going to look and stuff, and maybe it's a power play that way. I'm not sure. We're supposed to get an announcement at 9:30. I guess we'll we'll wait for that to come out. But yeah, it's an absolute joke. But I'll hand back to the main man, Oscar. He's changed his position. He's managed to get the Boeing 747 out of right. So
late arrival, mate. Late arrival. You know, with air traffic control. No communication, mate. No communication at all these days. All computers, mate. All computers. No communication.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
We've always had that, Tash. Unbelievable, Joe. Unbelievable, Joe. It's oh, dearie me. Anyone else want to have anything about these headphones? I did want to see
the collars on point tonight, though, Oscar. Great collar,
mate. The collars on points. That's the main thing. Look, I'm going to get a week of stick about these headphones. I'll take it for a week, and then after a week or so, you'll get bored of it, and it'll be sound. So that's all good. But look. Even Corey's started. Corey's supposed to be nice. Corey's just still bitter about yesterday, isn't he? Though?
And I just want to say, sorry to flash that. I just want to say I did say Newcastle would win. I just want to say that. I was the only one I did say. Sorry, Corey.
Sorry, Corey, but you lost.
You like
you
saying
lost, mate.
Yeah, I do. I'm so bad for it, to be fair. I am so bad for it.
You're like, post up screenshots, everything.
I like to be right.
Oh, so Joy, that should be your thing now.
But guys, we're playing the enemy tomorrow. One of the enemies to football.
Yeah,
Liverpool. I've got nothing against the fans. All the Liverpool fans I know are totally against it. But we're playing Liverpool Football Club tomorrow, and we're playing a team that's supporting the Super League.
But how can you look at them in the same way now? It's just, how can you look at them in the same way now? It's just weird, isn't it? Like, you know, you do have respect for these clubs, and now you're just thinking, don't really respect them anymore. Coming out saying things like
that. That's a new one. And the thing is, you sat by a window as well. You sat by a window.
That is very good.
That is good.
Anything else? I hate
that. Big Mac and fries. Large Big Mac and fries. There you go. 13.70.
You're not even finished ordering. Like, you're not even saying, can I have anything else?
Anything else? Anything
I'm
else?
not even saying that.
And that's what they try. I'm the person that tries to charge you a £5 for like tomato sauce or something. I think he's like, that's a £5. That's a £5 for an extra.
The thing is, them people that do them fecking jobs are the most miserable people in the world. If you don't like speaking to people,
if it wasn't enough that I'm one of those people, and I'm one of the most miserable people in the world.
I didn't mean that.
Anyone else want to say anything now?
If you don't like people, don't do that job. I've seen one guy. There's a meme. I don't know if you guys have heard it or a TikTok or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, double mac and cheese. Oh yeah, gotta be saucy." He's brilliant, and that's how it should be. There's two guys in a Costa drive-through by me as well, and a very bubbly and that man. That's how it should be, not grumpy. But anyway, I don't know why we've got onto that. To be fair, but
that's like when we used to get the tube in London, you get ones that are like proper going for it in the announcements, and they're like.
It's good though, right? It's nice. It makes you laugh.
Yeah, it is. It does. Yeah. It makes them feel better. It makes the people around them feel better. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of them things, isn't it? But I've had some in McDonald's where they deliberately, I'm sure they deliberately do it, but they pass it to you like really quickly, kind of thing. So it's like, here's your Coke, here's your Big Mac. So it's going absolutely everywhere. It's going absolutely everywhere. That lot. I think they just do it for a laugh. I don't know. But anyway, look. It's look, I agree with that. I'm not having to go. I did say I've got nothing against Liverpool fans. Most of my mates are Liverpool fans, most of my family's Liverpool fans. I've got nothing against Liverpool. But I have the owners. I have FSG. I think them, Man United, Arsenal, all of them, they've all been sneaky, haven't they? About how they've gone about and done it. But someone said in an earlier comment that PSG, Bayern, Dortmund are probably going to ensure it's not going to happen because are they going to start a Super League without those three? I can't see it.
I think the thing in I read a thing about Germany as well. The big thing in Germany is that they have to be part owned by the fans, right? Is it like 51% or something is part owned by the fans? We all know how great German football's ran in terms of the cost to go for a season ticket and stuff. They've just got it right over there, man. It's brilliant. I did see though slant on the PSG thing being, well, let's be honest, Qatar, they're in cahoots with FIFA. They basically bought the World Cup, and maybe that's why
wait a minute. We don't want to get sued. All these does not want to get.
Maybe let's not praise PSG too much yet. Because
you know what this feels like? You know, when all your mates have a WhatsApp group without you. It's just them 6 people.
Yeah.
Can I just say, fuck you to Lewis, right? Do not diss my granny cardigan, yeah?
That's pretty good, that, to be fair. Oh, anyway. Phil, our things, mate.
Oh, good. Mate, I'm getting to the point where I think you lot should be banned from this chat. Because on our transfer show, on the last episode, we spent a good 45 minutes just laughing at the chat instead of talking about anything.
We're just getting battered in the chat, weren't we? I mean,
are you gonna talk about Tagliafico next time?
We will talk about Mr. Tagliafico.
Why?
We've been linked with him.
We're not doing left backs for ages. We did left back.
Oh, right, okay. But I think you should go with the current links.
We're going back.
Nah, it's not all contemporaneous, mate. It's a moving article. It moves with the time.
We've said we would go back, though. We did say we'd go back.
We're going back at the end, don't worry.
Never go back, let's just say.
You need to mug Phil off now.
Oh, not again. I had enough the other night.
No fizzle, bro. No fizzle.
Oh, Peter Andre. That's all we need to say about Phil. But that's not an insult. Phil, you are the only male I know that would get offended by being called Peter Andre.
I'm not in.
Why would you get annoyed at that? I don't get it.
Bored of it.
Anyway, look, let's move on. Like Liverpool tomorrow.
Yeah, well, 12 minutes in, we haven't even touched on them yet.
Just talk about how evil, like the big 6 are.
Basically, it's Leeds United, like football versus evil tomorrow, really, isn't it? Leeds being football, Liverpool being evil. You know, let's win it for football.
Yeah. No, exactly. I think that might be. It's making sort of superheroes now in that lot. It's like the Legion of Doom. Now. Those clubs sat around the table like the Legion of Doom and that lot. And
But you know for a fact though, if Leeds like humble Liverpool tomorrow, like I hope the rest of the community, i.e. not just Leeds fans, all comes together and is like, yeah, stick it up, you big 6, fuck off. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Anyway, look, we're going into this one, Tash. Any specific worries about Liverpool in terms of any individuals you're worried about from Liverpool, or where do you think we can hurt them?
I'm worried about more the fact about Raphinha, like if he's going to be out injured. But yeah, probably like say Salah, your usual. I'm just more worried about us actually, because I think Liverpool. They're not their normal Liverpool self. So I reckon we can do them like we did Man City. But it just depends which Leeds United team show up. I think if we don't have that many shots on goal, we can win. Apparently, that's all we need to do is just have 2 shots on goal, and then that's when we'll win. So yeah.
Just need Stewie Dallas. That's all we need.
Yeah.
But I actually, on a rare occasion, I mean, Mega King Richard, I know, Joe, how fond you are of Richard. But I actually I like this idea. Like, if they break away, we're going for the title, mate. Next season, we're going for the title with Leicester.
Yeah. Well, I did say European football was going to happen this season. Admittedly, I didn't envisage it would happen by the big 6 getting banned, but ultimately, I'll take it.
That's the way it's fine, apparently. COVID helped us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like Mega King Richard as well. It's just a love-hate kind of thing. We have a little bit of banter. That's all it's about.
And Phil, are you any specific worries from this Liverpool team? You know, in terms of potentially Salah versus Alioski is a potential battle tomorrow.
Well, mate, look at Alioski against City. He was arguably one of the best players on the pitch. To be fair to him, we don't half hammer him when he deserves it, but we've also got to sing his praises when he deserves that too. And defensively, he was sound as well against City. And I don't think anybody ever thought that we'd be saying that. I think I'm expecting a very similar game to the first game of the season, to be honest. I think it's just going to be a basketball match, just end to end. It's going to be the opposite of the City game. I don't see us sitting back and soaking up pressure unless we go down to 10. I don't think there'll be a red card, fingers crossed, touch wood. But I just think it's going to be a really exciting game for the neutral and for us. And fingers crossed, if we can come out on top, be a fantastic result for football justice and for our season. But I'd be happy with like a high scoring draw, like 3-3, 4-4, and just soak it all up while we can.
I hope Bamford gets on the score sheet. And I mean, like Salah's on 19 and he's on 14, so there's not that much of a big difference between them. And Salah's amazing, so yeah, hopefully he can get his numbers up against Liverpool.
Yeah.
If Salah scores, though, Tash, after that Mo Salad stuff, though, that's going to...
Taking Mo Salah. Mo Salad, yeah. Probably smashing the memes out.
But look, obviously it looks like Raphinha is going to be fit for this game. Again, it's still... You never know of Leeds, do you? We never know of our injury records. Anything could happen. But on the basis Raphinha plays... We have to remember that Costa played the last game at left wing. Do you see him keeping his place, Phil?
If Raphinha's fit, he starts. And it's the same.
I mean Harrison. But in terms of Costa versus Harrison, yeah.
I don't know. I think again, based on the performance, how can you take Costa out? I know it's not Jackie's fault he had to miss out against City because it's his parent club, but I thought Costa was fantastic against Man City. And when you think back to the start of the season, Costa did actually start the season really well. And he played against, because Raphinha went in. So he played against Liverpool in the win. I call it a win, but it wasn't. Then obviously we beat Fulham. That was probably one of the best games he's had.
Could I just ask, why did you call it a win?
Oh, it was a moral victory. That we came up, nobody expected us to get anything from him.
He's stealing it from square ball.
I don't want to go Roy Keane here.
I know, Phil.
I don't want to go Roy Keane here. But
it's a moral victory.
We don't do moral victories. We lost.
Okay. We should not have lost that game. At least one of them penalties was very dubious.
I think now with the handball, all that sort of stuff, it wouldn't be a handball, would it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a handball. So at least a draw that game when you think about it.
Mm.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, Joe, any other kind of thoughts going into this one?
No, I think Jack Harrison will start. I mean, and the reason being, as good as Costa was, and I made the point before, maybe we see that, but I think Jack Harrison has to start just because of what he did to Trent Alexander-Arnold in that first tie. Who can forget that goal that he scored where he just put both him and Joe Gomez absolutely in the bin? I think Jack Harrison will get all sorts of joy down that right-hand side. You've got Nat Phillips and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, going forward, of course, Trent is fantastic. We know that, but defensively, he isn't the best. And coupled with the fact he doesn't have Joe Gomez there, which he did in the previous fixture, that Jack Harrison's got to be licking his lips. And I agree with Phil as well. I think we'll go out with this it'll be attack. It'll be a very open game, end to end. I even think Raphinha didn't play in that first tie. Andy Robertson's probably their best defender this season in that back four. And he is a great left back, one of the best in the league. But Raphinha's a different kettle of fish to what he had to face last time. And again, Raphinha on that side, you've got Kabak. Look, their centre backs, regardless of what Liverpool fans will tell you, or Kabak might stay in. I don't see them being at Liverpool next season. I don't see them getting game time next season. They are purely a stopgap, and for that, they can be done by balls just straight over the top. This Liverpool side these days, do you know what I mean? I
think Phillips is especially dodgy. I think Kabak, you can see a little bit about him, but Phillips, I don't know. He's built like he's bound to score now tomorrow, but he's built like a 1990s centre back for me. He's big kind of thing, big, 6'4", but not got any pace about him at all, has he?
No, and that's what I mean. So that excites me. I think Bamford, agree, with Tash, he needs to get on the scoreline. I'm not having a go of him for that. It's not like he's been missing sitters of late. I just think we need to see him get back amongst the goals again. It was ever since Phil brought up that stat that he's stopped scoring. Do you remember, Phil, that stat that if he scores, he then scores an assist in the next one, and we've not seen anything since. So blame Phil,
What? I thought you didn't believe in that, Joe. I thought you didn't believe in jinxes.
That's not a jinx. That's not a jinx.
That is a jinx.
Jinxed it. He still jinxed it.
Okay, all right. I don't believe in jinxes when it. I don't believe in jinxes when it concerns me. All right. But no, yeah, I think we can get all sorts of joy, mate. All sorts of joy. No Henderson. You know, it'd be interesting to see how Thiago plays. You know, I'm really excited to see our side go up against someone of that level. I know he's not had a great season, but he's an exceptional footballer. Mane has been poor, and he had a good game against Ayling in that first game. He was all right in that game. Obviously, I know Salah scored a lot of goals. Hat-trick, wasn't it? But Mane has not been on it. Jota's the one as well. Jota scares the living daylights out of me. But, you know, we have Llorente. Llorente didn't play in that first game. Llorente's been on fire. I think it'll be him and, I suppose, sorry, I'm assuming, I don't know what you think, Oscar, but it'll be him and Pascal, you'd think, because obviously Cooper's out for 3 games.
I think because of the left-footed thing. I think that's the only reason why. I don't necessarily think Pascal's ahead of Koch. I just think it's purely for balance. You want a right footer and a left footer, and Pascal's probably the man. The fact Pascal came on before Koch against City as well probably suggest. I'd imagine it won't surprise me if Koch starts, but I'm expecting Pascal.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil, what would you say to that?
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you said, I'd only be echoing everything you've just said, to be Oscar. There's not really much I can add to that. It's A, firstly, balance, and B, the fact that we saw what Bielsa did when he was faced with that decision when Cooper had to come off. So he wants a left footer at left centre-back, right foot at right centre-back. Koch is competing with Llorente for a starting place. The reason Koch's not in is because Llorente has been ridiculously good. If Llorente has a drop-off or gets injured, we'll see Koch start. And that's the only way Koch gets back in, I think, before the end of this season.
I think the thing is as well, like, Pascal's had a lot more games and he's proven himself in all of them games. Whereas Koch is still... He's not played as many games as that, so...
Just...
What's happened?
We're being communicated with the other side.
Hello?
What's happening?
Hello? Yeah.
You've got to direct it to Heathrow, mate. Wrong airport.
Oh, dear me. Oh. Right, anyway, I don't know what happened there. Generally don't know what happened there. So we're saying Pascal then. We're saying Pascal tomorrow night, most likely to play. I mean, the thing is, you look at it and you say, if Liverpool do go for that front four, which I think, kind of Chris suggested they might go with tomorrow, Firmino, Jota, Salah, Mane, does that worry you a bit, Joe? If they do proper come at us with that kind of front four?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
I thought you were going to say it's sound, mate. We'll sort them out.
No, 100%, of course. Of course, like, this is the thing. I do think, I do go into this game with a positive mindset. It's not a free hit for me. And there are free hits, but I just don't see this current Liverpool side as being a free hit. It's a side that we can beat. We've conceded the least goals at home since the turn of the year. Apparently we can't defend, but we're conceding the least in the league. So I am really quietly confident about this fixture. However, of course, regardless of what we do going forward and how poor they are at the back, if them boys turn it on up top, then they will score. They will score goals. That's what they do. That's what Mo Salah does. Liverpool would be in disarray if he hadn't scored the amount of goals he is. He's second to Harry Kane. He's been absolutely exceptional still. But, with the numbers that he's getting, adding that Jota, I know Mane's... But again, I said this yesterday on the Oppo preview. Yeah, Mane's not had a great season, but he could just turn it on.
He's still at double figures, though, for the year. That's the thing. That's a standard he's set, isn't it? I mean... It could still come back and produce something else tomorrow. You know what? He's a quality player, but I mean, there's even a possibility Jimmy Milner starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Possibility. I'll be honest. I don't mind that too much. Because I think Jimmy, as much as we all love him, I think maybe he's not quite as much of a threat as what he once was. Personally, I think that. I don't know what you'd think to that, Tash. Would you be that bothered if Milner starts? I wouldn't be surprised if he scores no goals, to be honest. I think he doesn't care about Liverpool. Let's be honest, he doesn't care about Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, he came out before and said that if Leeds were to go for him, he would still just come straight to us. So he hasn't got that passion for Liverpool like he does Leeds, I think, still after all these years. But yeah, I don't think... He's still a great player. I just don't think he's as much of a scary player as he used to be. Yeah, no, not really. Am I? Is everyone frozen?
No.
I mean,
I just...
Everyone just like...
it's Joe.
No, just Joe, some people don't get to choose their jobs. I don't know what he means.
Is this because you had a rant about people that work at Mackey's?
No.
Maybe you work at Mackey's.
Possibly, yeah. Fair dues, Gordon, fair dues. But there are other jobs that pay a similar sort of pay grade, and if you want to go be not work with people, you can do that, bro.
Anyway, on James Milner, did you know?
Sorry,
did you know Milner's actually not been back to Ellen Road to play against Leeds since he left? He's played against us twice, but at the Etihad and at Anfield, he hasn't played against us at Ellen Road.
I bet he just refuses to play at Ellen Road for any other team.
Possibly. He has averaged 6-0 wins. When you think, well, it's 1 4-0 win and 1 2-0 win in the 2 times he's played against us for other teams.
So he's averaged a 3-0 wins then?
No, well, it's a 6-0 aggregate. Sorry, I said the wrong word. All right, dictionary corner. I thought
I just knew I knew that would wind you up, man. I just knew that would wind you up if you said that. But you just say aggregate then, if you mean aggregate. Don't say average.
We all make mistakes. Like Joe bashing McDonald's.
Joe wasn't bashing McDonald's. He was bashing me.
Yeah. And let me just say something as well. People do get to choose their job.
No, actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
No one's got a gun to your head. You do get to choose your job.
You get to choose what you apply for anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
How's your
Anyway.
job going?
Sorry?
How's your job going?
But that's what I'm saying. Though. I can choose where I want to go, right?
Well, some people don't have that option because they don't have any.
You do.
Not if you've got any money, you're desperate and you just take anything that's going.
Yeah, but you've made a you've made a choice to.
Right, let's move on. Let's move on from this chat.
You do get to choose your job. You know what I mean?
This chat just isn't going to end well. This chat's just going to end up with like floods of comments now. But anyway,
choose life.
All deep TV.
Right, come on. Let's get on. Let's get on to the game.
Right.
Sorry.
Other thing I want to talk about, set pieces. Set pieces. Does that concern you at all in this game with Alexander-Arnold's delivery and Robertson's delivery going the other way? Likes of Phillips, Kabak. Still quite a bit of aerial height in that Liverpool team, Joe. Does that concern you at all?
Obviously, set pieces always concern me. Although since Burnley, we have improved. But yeah, of course, set pieces concern me in any game, mate. I think we seen Virgil van Dijk scored in that first tie, didn't he, from a set piece? We are susceptible to conceding from set pieces, but that has improved, and Yeah, of course. That's the one. Well, it's not the one area with Liverpool, but that's whenever we come up against any side, that's the one area that I am most concerned about from a defensive standpoint. I think you won't get this with Klopp, but the majority of managers would look at set pieces as a way to attack Leeds, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, just all careers of Ice TV now.
I just want to say it as well to Ed. I don't work there anymore, mate. Just move on.
I didn't see the comment.
No,
I've gone full screen, so I can't see it anymore.
I don't have a job.
Right, let's.
I'm going to apply for McDonald's in the morning.
What about air traffic control? I think they're
I wouldn't know anything about that, Phil. I wouldn't know anything about that, mate. It's right. I've completely lost the trail of thought now. Completely lost the trail of thought.
Set pieces.
Set pieces. Tash, does it concern you at all with Liverpool's aerial prowess?
I think it'd be silly to say that it doesn't, because I think, like Joe was saying, in any side, I think set pieces is our weakness. So of course it's going to be a worry in every single game we go to, even if it's like against Fulham, you know, Newcastle, Sheffield United. We're still worried in those games about the set pieces. So yeah, especially that aerial problem that we have. But yeah, Strauch's looking better in that department, and then set pieces for us, I think, you know, Raphinha's looking better for us in that department as well. So yeah.
Hang on. What? What? Oh right, okay. I've just realised what I was meaning. I thought you meant my actual landing light set. I was thinking, what kind of thing? Well, anyways, Phil, what are you saying about set pieces, mate? Phil's frozen now. It is purely.
This has gone way off track, and it derailed Preview TV. I think Ed was right. Go on, Oscar. What was the question you were going to ask to Phil?
Obviously, just repeating about the set pieces, but I think we'll move on from that one a little bit. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a bit of stick Patrick Bamford in the chat. I've seen a couple of comments about Patrick Bamford. I mean, are you seeing any case for that, Joe? I mean, I know he came off early against City, but no. I don't know. I think he's been. Oh, Phil will be back in a second, but I can't make any case for Paddy Bamford getting dropped in this at all.
No. Why would you? I think he's had.
It's not like Rodrigo's been banging the door down.
Paddy Bamford hasn't done anything wrong of late. For me, what's he done wrong? He was substituted last time out due to a tactical switch, due to us getting a red card. Prior to that, he was substituted against Sheffield United, I believe. But again, that was the right decision at that time. He's getting in the right places. I think that's the key thing when you're a striker, I guess. But yeah, I don't understand where that's coming from. If I haven't seen them comments, and if people are wanting him to be dropped, then I don't think that's right. I think did Gabby Agbonlahor say a couple of weeks ago he looks unfit and he needs to be dropped, and Rodrigo come in and.
Gabby Agbonlahor saying that, by the way.
This is what I'm saying. So my point was going to be anyone questioning Bamford and thinking he should be dropped at this point is on that same as Gabby, because that's what Gabby was saying, and I just think it's wide of the mark from my own personal opinion.
I think it definitely is. But I mean, can you see any other changes potentially, Phil? Obviously, look, it's probably going to be Robertson, Dallas in midfield, but can you see any possible case of Dallas even possibly going to left back and something changing up there, maybe?
No, I don't. I think with Bielsa, it's always a case of he's really loyal to the 11 that has played and won and done things that he's asked them to do. And when it comes to that City performance, you're going to struggle to sort of make. I still don't think you can make the argument to take Costa out for Harrison, to be honest. I love Jackie, and I understand why. I've always said in the past I prefer to see Jackie start and Costa come on as a sub, because I think Jackie's more effective starting. But I just think in Bielsa's mind, I can't see him taking Costa out after that performance. And Harrison, if he comes off the bench, he comes off the bench. Either way, I expect him to get minutes. And if Raphinha is not fit, then we see both. So I remember earlier, Joe, you were talking about the argument of you'd need Harrison on the left to exploit that space between Alexander-Arnold and Phillips. And I don't think that's the case. I think Bielsa might actually see Raphinha as our most effective left winger, even though we would actually all see him as the most effective right winger. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Raphinha start if he's fit on the left and Costa start on the right. And then obviously centre-back, I think everyone's probably in agreement it's Struijk that'll come in and go where Cooper was not going to be. And other than that, I don't see any need to change anything, and I don't expect Bielsa to change anything.
I'm going to bite here. Bamford has got double figures.
Come on, Mega Dick, man, what you doing, Phil? So you think
it's Gareth Southgate that?
Do you think
earlier he's only like 5 goals off of Mo Salah?
Yeah, exactly. Phil, so you don't think Jack Harrison comes straight back in then?
I'm not saying in my personal opinion, in my starting 11, Jack Harrison's always there, but I expect from Bielsa to be loyal and look at the performance against City and go, Costa, you deserve to stay in, and keep him in. That's what I expect from Bielsa at all times.
One good performance enough?
I don't think it is just one good performance, though. I think there was a period of time where we were all coming on these shows at the time and saying Costa, Roberts, Alioski, the three of them, they were piled together in a group. You're all not good enough. You all need to go left, right, whatever. You need to go somewhere that isn't here. And then we had a slow progression from Tyler, first of all, in particular, and that's become a consistent run now for me. And we even got Chris Kelly, if you're watching. Cheers, pal. I loved it, but you ate your words. And you took everything that you'd said back about Tyler, and it was beautiful. And then Costa, I think we've seen the same thing. We've seen a consistent run of improvement when he's getting minutes and he's getting time on the pitch. I think he's been considerably better for quite a while now. And obviously Alioski against Fulham was garbage. And then against City produces the best performance we've seen from him. So I think those little cluster of a group of players that were much maligned at one point, and now the players that actually we deserve to praise them when they've done the right things.
In response to that, though, what I would say is I've just had a quick look as well, just on the phone. Obviously, the last 3 prior to Jack Harrison coming out, due to a technicality, not due to performance. He scored against Sheffield United, he played against Fulham, he played against Chelsea, and they're 3 games that we've won. So I think he comes straight back in. I get what you're saying, because if you remember, I said Costa would start previously, and he did in that game. But I think the fact that only Jack came out because of the City thing, I think he goes straight back in, just for me personally.
Yeah. No, I get the argument. I would make the same argument if I'm having the conversation with Marcelo Bielsa myself. I would have that conversation with him and say,
"You think Marcelo will go?"
But I expect Marcelo Bielsa to do what I atypically have seen from Marcelo Bielsa and be faithful to someone that's rewarded him by having that faith in him. And he put a lot of faith in Costa against City, and it was repaid with a win. Yeah. So I just expect loyalty from him. If I'm wrong, I wouldn't be upset to see Harrison start at all. I'm happy with either, to be honest.
I'd love to hear that conversation between you and Bielsa, though.
Oh, mate, there'd be a hell of a lot going on before that. I'd just be kissing his feet for about an hour, just praising him. He's a beautiful man that's done more for me than I have my mum and dad out watching, but more for me than my mum and dad. More happiness in the world than most people will ever give me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on that, bro.
We did say it was all deep TV now, but anyway.
there will be a day of mourning when that man leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be nationwide.
A week.
Yeah, we should get a bank holiday. Just Leeds fans, bank holiday.
Just don't let him leave. Just tie him down, not contract-wise. I mean, physically, with some sort of handcuff or something.
Just wheel him out like Hannibal Lecter.
Just keep him against his will. No, you can't go back to Argentina, man.
He can't speak English, apparently, can he? So we'll just get he'd be tied up in straitjacket with his interpreter at the side of him, just going, he's still happy to be
on Marion Street the other night.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was out.
Yeah, he was out with lads, wasn't he?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, that was good for him.
Yeah, it was, man.
I'm surprised Marcelo went with him. I thought they just went together.
Glasses like crooked like that, just hammered.
Brilliant.
Oh, dearie me. But still getting the stick in the comments.
What do you think about Oscar? What do you think about obviously Alioski up against Mo Salah tomorrow? We know he was great last time out against City, but quite the opponent to come up against tomorrow in Mo Salah.
I try not to think about it, mate, to be honest. I try not to. Every time Salah touches the ball, I'll close my eyes. And just... but no, look, for me, Salah's the best player in the league. I think he's probably the most consistent in terms of getting you a goal and just making things happen. I mean, look, it's debatable, but I'd say personally for me, Salah is probably...
Harry Kane, mate. Harry Kane.
No chance. No, Harry Kane over Salah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, well, De Bruyne is the best player in the league, but numbers-wise, if you're talking about goals and assists, Harry Kane.
Salah's too busy winning Champions Leagues and Premier League titles, mate. What's Harry Kane doing?
He is the Liverpool fan in Oscar coming out.
There's no chance.
What is Mo Salah going to win this year? What is Mo Salah going to win this year? Absolutely nothing. Harry Kane next weekend could win a trophy.
Mate. He could win a trophy. That's the thing you need to emphasise there. He could win a trophy.
He could.
Well, he's injured, isn't he? I think he might be out. And Kevin De Bruyne, to be fair.
Yeah.
All right, Phil. Don't need to freak out at me. I was just saying I think Salah's a very good player. Though I won't say he's the best player in the league. He's a very, very good player for me. And it's going to be a massive task for Alioski. But I think Pascal can come across and help him. Jack Harrison in front. Costa in front will hopefully do their part. And that's the thing of our system. I know it's man-to-man marking, but everyone does work for each other. You know, Calvin will come across and we'll have a plan for Salah. But again, these are the type of players, though. Salah, Mane, Firmino, Jota, even the fullbacks. No matter what plan you have, if they are on it and produce moments of magic, there's nothing you can do. If Salah gets on the ball and curls one in from 40 yards or does what he did on that, was it his second goal against us where he just smashes it on the volley past Melee? There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it when players like that are playing. But you can just do the basics and help yourself the most you can. But according to you, Phil, he's a nothing player anyway, so we'll be absolutely fine against him anyway.
Yeah. Listen, we've got Stuart Dallas, though, haven't we, Tash? The best player in the league, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly, man. We need a chant for Stewie D, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. Oscar, just roll them two out that you came up with last week, mate. They were the key.
2 shots, 2 goals.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a factual song, mate. It's a factual song.
Your dad better not. Your dad better not be watching the stream slightly ahead tomorrow. I'm telling you that.
Just the way he comes in, like.
Honestly, killed me off.
It's when he comes back again. I didn't notice he came back again. Oh, dear me.
I think like Oscar's face out.
I know, yeah.
Doing that, and then you're like, what around the fucking comments? And then Jack Rugby tackling.
Yeah, it was nice seeing that, you know. Like, it was nice seeing you embracing that. No, it was like, I think, wish our lass had fucking like football. No, it was a lovely moment, man. It was great, wasn't it? It was a great moment, man, that last week.
I've not done that in ages, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, because it's not been the same at home, is it?
No, it's not. You're right, man.
Not celebration, but yeah.
It's good. It's good.
I love a last-minute winner.
Hey, we're full of them, you know. Did you see the thing that was going around on Twitter the other day of all the 90-plus minute goals we've had under Bielsa? They were beautiful. That was a wonderful 2-3 minute video that just started my day so well.
What made pregnant?
Which one, against Blackburn or Villa?
Yeah, Blackburn.
Blackburn, yeah.
Did you say that to Ruth as well when you met him?
Yeah. Jack went up to him and was like, "You're the reason why she's pregnant." we counted it back how many weeks it were, and it was on that day. We celebrated.
Her name is Charlotte Kimar Kelleher.
Yeah, you should have called her Kamar, really.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh,
Class.
Do you think we're going to get a Mark Viduka inspired classic again tomorrow then?
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just roll out Viduka again, just bang him on.
Like Arsenal did with us.
Yeah, Henri, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, when they just brought Henri out for a random game.
If Bamford could do a Viduka tomorrow, though, just bang 4 in.
I was watching that again earlier because Leeds put it out, and some of the finishes were just sublime, weren't they?
Yeah.
Lifting it. Just beautiful. I don't think Bamford's... Well, I don't know. Apart from Villa. Has he got it in his locker? I'm not so sure.
And then, who in our current squad has that Tony Yeboah rocket in him?
Raphinha.
Palace?
All day long.
Yeah.
Raphinha on that left boot.
If Suleiman Dukara can do it, then Raphinha definitely can, because Dukara's scored.
No, Ailing all day, mate. Yeah, it's Ailing. If anyone's doing it, it's Ailing.
Even Alioski's smashed outside the box.
Yeah, if it lands on that left foot, it's all right. If it's his right foot, you might as well just fucking give him a goal kick because it just goes move.
Yeah.
It depends what way he's facing as well, Alioski.
Yeah,
if he's facing the wrong way, he tends to kick the way he's looking. That's the issue with Alioski. Deary me. But that's the thing. It's a pretty historic fixture, isn't it, this one? I know we've not played for a while, but it's pretty historic.
Can I just get the general consensus from the group? Because, look, win tomorrow, right? We leapfrog Arsenal.
I know where this is going
I just want to get, right? Win tomorrow, we leapfrog Arsenal and are a point behind Everton, right? A point. Europe this season, regardless of this Super League, is a genuine possibility.
I don't want it.
Why though? Live in the moment. Why? Tell why.
Right. One, because we won't be able to celebrate it and go out there. And then 2...
Right, we will. We're going back to normal, man.
Is it though?
Yeah, you can fly
Yeah, we have not got the squad to do it. The depth of squad to do it. I think we just need to get focused on building us, getting a few more players in the window, have a really good pre-season.
It's all about, for me, right? And again, this is just my own opinion, right? It's all about the here and now.
No, I just don't need to rush it.
No, but for me,
Bielsa won't be here forever.
Yeah, the time may never come. You know, and I get some people, everyone's on different, but I don't get this we don't want, fuck off. If at the end of the season we finish in European places, are you going to tell me, nah, this is a bad thing? Fuck that, man. Get me in Europe, right? If the league form takes a dip, it is what it is, but I don't. Yeah. It is what it is. You've got to live in the moment. I can see there's a lot of people agree with Tash. There's a lot of people that might agree with me. I highly doubt it, but I've seen that a lot. You know, I just don't understand it, but that, again, that's just my opinion. This isn't to say out. It's just, for me, Europe's the pinnacle, man. Get in there as early as possible. What's the point? Let's stability. Because let's say we finish 9th, yeah? What happens then? Are you happy to then go next year, Tash? Would you be happy to then go in next year?
Well, I can't foresee what next year's all about, but probably.
This is what I'm saying, though. But whereas if we get Europe, because I think under Bielsa as well, what we have to remember, regardless, is he wants a small squad. Yeah. So even if we did get in Europa League, would he expand?
But in the Premier League, you've got a small squad.
He didn't in the Championship.
But the thing is,
it's different.
If you're in the Premier League and you've got a small squad, they need to be like Man City, where you've got 2 decent players for every position, and I don't think we have really.
No, we're not like Man City. Yeah, no, definitely not.
No, you do need a little bit of depth as such, but Bielsa obviously sort of negates for that by having such versatile players that can play 2 or 3 positions. That's why he can operate with a smaller squad than most. But I think if we did end up getting into a European competition, whether it's this season, next season, or the season after, I do believe Bielsa's here for the next couple of years now, to be honest. And I think while he's here,
if we didn't get into Europe this year, then that'll keep Bielsa another year because he'll want to get into
exactly.
Europe.
I agree.
So you really come on, man. That's clutching. That's clutching. Let's not win the Premier League because eventually Bielsa might just keep staying until we actually win.
Yeah. Let's not win anything because then he'll feel like he's achieved something and we don't want that.
Yeah, that's a great shout there. Where is it? Let me just have a look. Carpe diem. What will be, will be. Yeah? What will be, will be. If we finish, I don't... And again...
Sarah.
No, carpe diem.
Don't carpe diem mean seize the day?
Does it?
I think so. I might be wrong.
It might be then. Yeah. Sorry, but it's a similar principle, right? It's a similar principle.
Different languages.
Sarah. Whatever will be. I don't know. Seize the day. Is seize the day. There you go. Latin's not my strong point, but there you go. Seize the day. Not que sera. But I've lost my point now. I don't have a point to make when I've just made a
I'm with you though, Joe.
Like that.
I'm totally with you here, mate. You just got to live. For me, the way Leeds have been, you know what? I think we go into the first season under Bielsa. I don't think anyone would have said we'd be pushing for promotion, would they? I don't. That's the thing. You just got to. For me, you just got to work with what we're doing. You know, if we get into Europe, we can attract these big names. We can attract your Rodrigo de Pauls easily. Then, you know, you can say you've got Europa League football to play. Raphinha will more chance of keeping Raphinha. You know, who knows who we can attract them? I know.
Oh, look at this. That's why he's a fucking grammar schooler. He's a grammar schooler. That's what it is. He's a Tory.
You air out. Who's the airing?
Phil has become Philip now. Over thingy. You'll now be referred to as Philip.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your lass has done you up a kipper there, son.
It's every week, mate. Every fucking week. Aren't you meant to be putting the little one to bed anyway?
You kept that quiet, though, Philip. You kept that quiet.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, no.
I could deny it. I'm a bit late. I could.
Bit late now, mate.
Have you got a GCSE in Latin?
No.
Oh, he has.
Because I know of a certain individual. Who's always got I think Frank Lampard has a degree in Latin as well. That's
I've got an A-level in French.
How would you know that?
I just know that. Mate, I know everything about him. I hate him. But seize the day, que sera, as they say. For me,
voulez-vous coucher avec moi? What time would you like to go for dinner?
Love that. Right, but okay. Let's not think about if it's the right thing to do, or you know. We've obviously got two different sides of the coin, me and Oscar on one side, you two on the other. But do you think it can happen, Tash, this season?
What, Europe?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because the teams above us are a lot better than us.
Who?
What do you mean, who? Like West Ham, Leicester?
They're top four, though. They're top four.
Yeah.
Top seven.
Yeah. The top six at the minute, top seven at the minute, I think they're all better than us.
I don't agree.
I just don't think we've got the consistency.
Arsenal and Everton aren't better than us, I don't think.
Yeah. Arsenal and Everton.
Everton
are above us. We are consistent, though. We're unbeaten in four.
Oh, right.
Unbeaten in four. We are consistent. I don't know. Phil, thoughts?
I don't know.
I think we have one good win against the Man City. And
I've been saying Europe since game 1.
Yeah, no, you have. You're saying it before we even started.
Exactly.
But no, I don't think. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Okay.
I don't know. I think for anyone that hasn't listened to the Lad and Dad podcast, like I do my stats on there. One of the stats I did on there was actually Burnley are the team in the Premier League era to qualify for the Europa League through their league position with the fewest amount of points. They qualified with 54. So that is, we'd need 10 points already to beat that. I know that's not the number of points that you'll need this season, but worse teams than us have qualified for that tournament. Yeah. Like Burnley have been in it. Southampton were all right when they were in it, but not as good a team as I think we are. That it's not beyond us to get there. I think now for us, we've got 12 points if we want to become the best newly promoted side in Premier League history. We've got 10 points if we want to beat the total recorded by Sheffield United last season. And I as much as I know Marcelo Bielsa and the Leeds players don't sit in the changing room watching all Leeds TV 24/7 and listening to our stats and going, I want to do this. But I think they will know these things. I think they will know that they need 54, especially the Sheffield United one. They will know that's what they got and they will want to beat that. And when you look at our last, is it 7 games now or 6? I lose count.
7.
So I think there's at least 4 games in there that I could see us winning. That's 12 points. That makes us the best newly promoted side in Premier League history. And I fancy us to get a point tomorrow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see 13 points being realistic. And who knows where that takes you.
Yeah, exactly. I think the big thing is, leading up to these next 3, where my head was if we can get some positive results out of the next 3, City wasn't one of them, but we got 3 points. Because after that, we've got Tottenham, but then we've got Brighton after Man United, but we have Tottenham. All the rest then are teams below us in the bottom 7, and we have 27 out of a possible 30 points from teams in the bottom 7.
West Brom, 5-0. West Brom 5-0. Southampton 3-0. We've already beaten all these teams by more than a goal or 2. We have hammered.
And the thing is, Southampton are on the beach. They're gone.
Yeah.
You know, Bielsa, West Brom could end up being relegated by that point. Burnley, you know, Bielsa won't let these standards drop. No. And that's why I think if we were to get another positive result tomorrow, you know, Man United, okay, see where it takes us. But then,
I don't know about I'm not that hopeful against Tottenham, but
no, that's another one. Yeah,
I just think it's not even so much that. I just think like sometimes, quite a lot of the times, games just don't go for us. Like, we'll be really good and everything like that, but then we just don't end up winning. And like, might get a draw, but we sometimes lose. But I mean, I think we've won 45% of our games, which is really, really good. But I don't know. I just think as soon as we start talking about Europe and that, like as soon as we start putting pressure on ourselves, it just doesn't happen. As soon as we start talking about Europe, that's when we start dropping again. And I just think just why focus on it? Just do as best as we can.
Gotta have dreams, man. Gotta have dreams.
Yeah, of course you gotta have dreams, but like not be like, oh, we've got to get there now. And like
I wouldn't say we've got to get there.
Can you stop with these fucking Cooper comments? It's so annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not that. I don't want to get my hopes up and be like, oh yeah, Europe. Like obviously, like you say, if we did end up getting Europe, it would be brilliant. Like newly promoted team got into Europe, that would be what a thing to say. But I just think stop getting ahead of ourselves, because as soon as we do, that's when things start to go wrong. Then everyone's like, oh, we're going to get relegated again.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Win tomorrow, though. Point behind Everton. You won't shut me up, I'm telling you.
Yeah, of course. We've got a few good games that we could like get a point against that are big teams. But at the same time, I'm not like just going to be overexcited because we've won against Man City, because I think when we do, that's when we start dropping points, when we start ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. I think the key thing is as well, I remember Bielsa saying, didn't he say he didn't see 10th as a positive season?
Well, technically, why would you? I know why we would, but to him, there's one place
I think he's
finish.
One-track mind.
Yeah, he's a single-minded person. That's all he sees. We finished 10th from the position that he wanted to finish in. We all accept that that's a really good season, but he won't. He'll think that no, we should have done better, and he'll look at the games where we've like Wolves, the 2 games.
Arsenal stings me, mate. Arsenal at home stings me.
But he'll look at the game. I think he'll look at the games that we've lost by narrow margins that we felt that we deserved to win, and he'll be more disappointed by those than he will by Arsenal and Man United for me.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I know you said like, Arsenal not better than us, but they just seem like the type of team like that would just get them points and be up there anyway. They're that type of team. Like, they've been in the Premier League for a long time and had these opportunities. They know how to do it. And
they'll finish above Arsenal this season.
Oh, I'd love that.
But
you don't believe that?
I'd love that.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Love it, mate.
We drew against Fulham today. We drew against Fulham.
Yeah, they're not.
I didn't know that. You've just spoiled that today for me.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. I won't spoil it for you. I'll leave it with you.
No, don't worry. It's only a draw. That's fine.
Yeah, last minute winner. Last minute point. Eddie Nketiah, 97th minute.
Well, at least he scored one. That's his first goal.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm waiting for us to get into Europe now. So Joe's like, I told you so. You doubted me.
Don't fucking doubt you, boy. I've already told you.
Joe.
Yes, Oscar. Tell him, Oscar.
Oh, you're always right.
No, I'm not.
Aren't you?
You can't tell me. You can't tell me Everton and Tottenham are anything special. I'm sorry. I've watched them enough times this season. Mourinho's losing that dressing room. Yep. Everton are bang average. They are bang average, Everton. We saw it at Goodison. We saw it at Ellen Road. They're not going to pick up maximum points. They'll still drop points between now and the end of the season. We've got to go on a monster run. Don't get me wrong. We've got to go on a monster run to make it.
Everton haven't won a game in 5.
Yeah. And you think they're only up there because how they start the season. Yep. They won the first 4. They had the talk of winning the league and all this lot. That's the only reason they're up there. They are a bang average mid-table team for me, Everton. Arsenal.
Tottenham 1 win in 5.
Yeah. Tottenham with Kane out as well, possibly. Yeah. I think it's doable, but we've got to win tomorrow. I think we've got to win one of these next 2 to make it happen. And can we do that? I don't know. But if we do win tomorrow, all of a sudden you look at that table and think it could be done. I'm not saying it will happen, but it's definitely on. I look at those teams above us, other than what's in that kind of top 5 at the minute, I think it's doable. I actually genuinely do think it's doable at this moment in time. Look at our form since the turn of the year compared to Tottenham's. When Tottenham beat us 3-0, they were levels above us. We've closed that gap up. Yeah.
I just don't get these comments about, oh yeah, but we beat so-and-so, so we're better. We deserve to be up at the top, because the thing is, Fulham beat Liverpool, but they're not up at the top. These things can happen.
Who said that though?
You two.
What about?
You said that we deserve to be up there because we have beaten these teams and that we can do it and blah blah blah. Like you said about Arsenal.
No, we haven't beaten Arsenal, have we?
No, but you're saying that not Arsenal.
Everton. Yeah, but
it was me.
No, but what? No, right. So they're there. The table doesn't lie. Teams are where they are because of where they are.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter if we beat City. You know, we jokingly said we're the best team in Europe now, but City are still up there because over a 38-game season, it's a totally different kettle of fish. That's why to win the league is the hardest thing to do. You know, it's harder than any.
I do stand by what I said, though, when it came to the Everton thing. It was me that said we've beaten Everton and we're better than them for me. When it comes to Everton, you've heard Jurgen Klopp this week after a Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid talking about how he's scared to come and play Leeds because of the intensity. And you've heard Pep Guardiola say that he was worried about playing us in between their two legs. I don't remember anybody this season being shit scared of playing Everton. People are shit scared of playing Leeds. Whether you come and you beat us 6-2 or not, you are going to be fucked when you finish. Because you're going to have won about 12 marathons just to have got a 1-0 win against us.
I think
that's different to Everton. We're a frightening prospect, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, and I get what you're saying, Tash, is like Arsenal, right? Terrible this season. Yeah, terrible, but still above us. The reason that is because they have exceptional players that can win them games out of nothing, which they don't really deserve. I understand that Leeds, the squad that we have to play at 90% or higher of our capabilities in order for us to get results.
Still not won. Like even when we have, I think Man City proved that. Even when we have, like, you know, we've gone to teams and we've played absolutely outstanding and we should have won them. But then, you know, we go to Man City, the worst we've ever played in the sense of stat-wise. Like, we've never had a lower stat. I think we only had like 20% possession and, you know, only 2 shots on target. That is not like Leeds, and we won. So stats are not everything.
No, I mean, it was great tactical tweaks by Bielsa that ensured that we won that game, man, keeping on the 2 wingers, etc. But I know what you're saying. It's like, in order for Leeds to bridge that gap, we would need to be at 90 to 100% of our capability over these next 7 games. Whereas Tottenham might not need to be, and they might nick one because Harry Kane's on fire. Do you know what I mean? Or Everton, Richarlison might get some Dominic Calvert-Lewin or whatever. But I do think if we're at our full capability over these next 7, then look, Tottenham, if they're losing the Carabao Cup final, rest of the season's a washout for them. They're just waiting for Mourinho to go. They'll stop playing for him. It already has happened for me.
It's even Liverpool, though. Like, everyone's been laughing at Liverpool this season, how shit they've been, and they're 6th.
Yeah, no, I've already said I still find... This is the thing I've said, that if anyone's going to drop out of that top 4, it'll be Leicester and West Ham, and Chelsea and Liverpool will get in. But Liverpool now have 7 cup finals. If they lose to us, then them chances are slipping away quick, you know? That's what I'm saying. We are facing a wounded animal tomorrow.
This is why when you asked me, I didn't really explain it properly, but like when you asked me if we'll get into Europe, these are the reasons why I'm saying probably not. Because you have these teams that have been in the Premier League for ages and can just nick that. No matter how crap they play, they always end up at the top.
I don't see Liverpool getting back into the top 4, if I'm honest. I really don't. Even if they beat us tomorrow, I don't. I think Leicester, at the very least, aren't dropping out. West Ham might drop out.
If Liverpool win tomorrow, they're in the top 4.
Really? I didn't know that. Actually.
Yeah. They're in the top 4 because West Ham got beat by Newcastle. So if they win tomorrow, they're in there on goal difference. That's what I'm saying. And Leicester are dropping like flies. Hey?
Chelsea got a game in hand on them or something?
Tomorrow they will have. Yeah, they played in the FA Cup, didn't they?
Yeah. I would say Chelsea, for me, will get in that top 4 ahead of West Ham, and then I think it stays as it is. Two Manchester clubs, Leicester and Chelsea, for me, top 4, and then Liverpool guaranteed to finish 5th at the lowest for me. West Ham probably getting Europa League, and then it's between, for me, us, Tottenham, Everton, Arsenal. Anyone could go that last spot. And out of the 3 teams that we're battling for that spot, you could argue with a form team. I don't expect us to get in there. I honestly don't. And I would be tempted to agree with Tash when I've said before, I don't think it's the right time for us to do it. I do think if it was to come at the end of next season, I'd be better off that way. But if it comes, I will get pissed and go down to Ellen Road as though it's the last day of last season again and be partying outside the East Stand. It would be a fantastic achievement. If it comes, we appreciate it. But I don't think we can sit here expecting it to happen. And I wouldn't like to get too excited right now thinking, this is on. For me,
It is on, though.
It's on. Yes, it's potentially on. But
potentially it is, brother.
It's potentially going to happen. But it so's like a meteor striking the earth and killing us all before that happens.
You genuinely are European hopes compared to a fucking meteor. It's not that
way. It could happen.
Yeah, but I hope it doesn't happen. A meteor, that is.
It could happen.
But Arsenal, Arsenal, I think, to be honest, my personal opinion, I think you can write them off in the league now. Their focus is on Europa League. Their focus is that they've got to win that.
Manchester United Europa League as well. Manchester United Europa League.
They can't afford to lose to them in the final. They would never live that down if it lost to them in the final, would they? Arteta would never recover from that. So their focus is on Europa League. You saw it today. Fulham drew with Fulham straight after playing the Europa League. I think their form is just going to be average throughout the season. They'll finish around where they are now and just try and win that. A bit like they did last season with the FA Cup. Tottenham and Everton, you look at their form in 2021, it's average at best. Mm-hmm. They're only up there. Tottenham are only up there because they started the season so well. They were top of the table at the time. Everton were top of the table at the time. You've got to look at their form now, in terms of what they're doing right now. They're not playing well at all. Either team.
I agree. And Bruins just said, Joe, you've been saying this for weeks and we're no closer, but we are. We've bridged the gap. The points gap is different. As I've said, if we win tomorrow, which is a big if, don't get me wrong, but if we win, we're now a point then behind Everton. Not 5 or 6 that we were 6 weeks ago, whatever the point you make in his room. We have bridged that gap. Yeah, the positions haven't changed, but that's what I'm saying. We're bridging that gap. And, Tottenham, Everton drew. Arsenal drew against Fulham. Look, we're playing an exceptional side tomorrow in Liverpool, and we could get beat. And that's fine, but I still don't think it's over at that point either, though. But that's just where my head's at, because we've got some big. I
don't know if I agree with that, though. I think we've got to at least win one of the next 2 for it to be on.
Yeah, that's fine. But like we said,
this one's easier for me than Man United, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, good shout.
About the same for me. I would genuinely say about the same in terms of Liverpool are on a decent run at the minute. I think they're both about the same level at the minute.
We're already on ahead of the curve for me because no one expected anything against City. So that's why I'm saying even if we get beat tomorrow, it's not a big issue. Because I even said before these next 3, because we play 4 games against bottom 7 teams. I look at them and just look at our record and think, right, they're very, very winnable. So as long as we can get something from these next 3, we got 3 from City. We're already ahead of the game for me. If we were to pick up 3 against Liverpool or Man United, 6 over these next 3 would be absolutely massive. Massive. You've got to look at it from context, I think, for me. Just take a step back. But you know where my head's at. I'm always like that anyway, though. So, I always said we were guaranteed in that first season when we started all Leeds TV, and that went tits up. So it is what it is, It's our time and all that, but it is what it is.
The stars are aligning. The stars are aligning.
I know, yeah. I've never felt as bad, but oh my God, yeah. I'm glad the channel wasn't as big then, because I'd have got absolutely crucified. It'd have been all over. So can you imagine me going, doubters, no! Boom! Crash out! What a great season. What a time to be alive. I love all Leeds TV, all these people, and Tash and Oscar and that.
I remember when you went on Talking Short and you said, we're not slipping. This does not slip now, is what you said.
You were saying about Peter Pan and all this. Our stars are alive.
Yeah, no, Connie used to call me Peter Pan, didn't he? He said, what did he say to me? Fuck off with your Peter Pan bullshit. That was the first thing he said to me in the second season, because I said, oh, you never know. And he went, fuck off with your Peter Pan shit. Brilliant.
Coming out now, Boris has said the government will support any action against stopping this happening basically in a nutshell, even the EU are.
What, Leeds getting into Europe? That's a bit harsh, Boris.
Isn't it?
Well, everyone's against us, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. The dirty Leeds are back. He's like, I will support any sanction.
Boris is like, I've had nightmares of them coming back.
Brilliant.
Forget Brexit, forget COVID. Leeds back in Europe. Oh my God. It's but imagine though if what do we have to? Is it 8th we get Europa Conference?
7th.
Even though Leicester and Chelsea were in the cup final.
Well, that could change. I know, but apparently Claudio had a look at it for me, and he said it's definitely 7th. But I don't know if that could change. I mean, if it's 8th, then we're fucking You know, we're 2 points, or 2 positions away from it. I don't know. Just got to win a lot of games, though. Don't get me wrong. You know, we have got. And the positive thing is, Bielsa won't let these lads drop off. Southampton are already on the beach. They've just been beaten in the FA Cup semi-final. They're done. Yeah. Burnley done. You know, some of these teams are on the beach.
Done. Forget
Tottenham done.
Your season's over.
Yeah. No, a lot of them though. Like Tottenham don't want him there. The fans, the players, they don't want him there.
I still think Tottenham and United will be the 2 hard games, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. I agree.
They're the ones that, if anything, United is the one that obviously I want the 3 points more than any other game that I want 3 points from in so many years. But it's if I'm honest with myself, and I wasn't before Old Trafford, which is why Old Trafford really fucking hurt. So if I'm honest with myself, that's the one where I just don't even see a point coming, and I've got to level that with myself now, so that if it happens, and imagine that Dallas goal in the 92nd minute. Imagine
he scored against them before.
He loves a goal in Manchester, doesn't he?
But if that happens in the 92nd minute and we beat United, my brother's sofa is going to be torn to shreds, mate. It's going to be not just pile driven through. I'm just going to be scratching round for hours just trying to find any way to stop myself from being this happy. Like, it will break all barriers of happiness.
Are you a cat?
Yes.
You were scratching the sofa?
Yes, I'm a cat. You're just jealous you haven't got any headphones on.
Why would you be scratching the sofa, though?
Oh, piss off.
Yeah, like that.
I know exactly. Why are you a cat?
What's Phil doing? And he's just like,
His missus like, I told you to stop doing this, or you're get out that flat.
Like Halle coming in dressed as Halle Berry from Catwoman. Hey God, I love it. Get in, Phil.
They won't be my celebrations if we beat them next weekend. That's all I'm telling you.
Next week, if we get a 92nd minute winner, I want all of you to fucking send me a video of you scratching your sofas. That's all I'm saying.
I want you dressed as Halle Berry's Catwoman on here, mate.
There we go. That's the incentive.
Right, you pay for the outfit and I'll do it.
I reckon you've already got one. Ellie, let us know in the chat if
she's not here anymore. She'll have popped off somewhere. She'd have definitely been on this by now.
Oh no!
You just need some little Leeds badges on them, mate, and that's it. You're done.
The water bottle as well. That is the best. That is the best by far. That Jordan, absolute fair play.
Do we get some score predictions?
No.
Oh.
Vic's usually right. I'm going to go 3-2 with her. To us.
1-1. I'm still going.
Mine's 2-2. 2-2.
See, I think you're all going, well, apart from Tash, I think you two boys are going a bit too low with your goals. I think there's going to be ridiculous amount of goals in it. I think it'll be basketball games. So yeah. I'm going either 3-3 or 4-4. Happy with either, to be honest.
Yeah. So no wins. Oh, no. Did you go win, Tash? 3-2?
3-2, yeah.
Desmond 2-2 for me. Desmond 2-2.
That's not Europe thinking that, Joe.
I love this.
Of course, it is a point.
Tash said we can't make Europe, but Tash is the only one that says we're going to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all done the Michael Owen here.
Point's great. Point's a great result. Closes that gap on the top 4.
Right, guys. So we going to finish it there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a good stream, though. Thank you.
It's been good fun. Great support as well, guys. A lot of you watching this one. Smash that like button. And obviously tomorrow we'll have your usual match day content. But obviously game starts at 8, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock we'll be with you.
On the dot.
So we'll be going to bed about 4 a.m. then, guys.
Yeah, it'll be a late one again, won't it? It'll be a late one.
Honestly, if you start doing half marks on a Monday night, just like...
What do you mean if? You know it's coming.
Just don't, Phil. Just don't.
Mate, it's a guaranteed nailed on. It's going to happen every single show, and you know it.
On Phil's emoji, he has actually wrote 6.5 on his head, but you can't see it because it's so small.
That's mean.
Right, I think we should end it there then.
Not the number's small, it's just the picture's small on there.
7 o'clock tomorrow, guys. It will be kicking off. Then 7:45, we'll start the watch along, and then pretty much 10 minutes after kickoff, we'll be straight into your live phone-in, guys. So when you go and Don level members, now's your chance tomorrow to get on. Get on. Come on, guys. Not as many of you on so far. We had two. Was it 2 or 3 last week?
We had 3 last week. I know we've got. Just looking for him in the chat now. I think he's joining us tomorrow. I hope so. Anyway, just bear with us 1 second. Just try to find Ben Timpson. Ben Timpson should be joining us tomorrow. Hopefully, he's another Don level member who wants to get involved. So as I say, Gamer Guy Ethan will be there. Remember, Don level members can get involved on our post-match phone-in show. So we will see you there. And then on Tuesday, you've got the girls to look forward to with plenty to go through as well, right, Tash?
Oh, loads of people have been asking us as well, but it's been taken down because of copyright.
What was it? Which bit?
Because I put a clip up of the game. Because Lewis has been ranting at me like, yeah, if it's below 7 seconds, then you'll be fine. And yeah, it's not. It flagged up. And then I disputed it in saying that it's under 7 seconds.
Just say, all you need to say is that Lewis told us it was okay. That's what you need to say.
Grass him up.
I'm messing.
He does it all the time. But yeah, no, so I'll be doing screenshots next time rather than,
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, we'll leave it there, guys.
It's a really good one as well.
Part and parcel. But we will be back. We will be back tomorrow, as always. And Phil will be joining us after the game as well. So we will leave it there. I'm going to play that intro. Sorry, intro.
Outro.
It is now. Outro, intro. I'm just going to play it.